What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video of Under the Radar. It's about my guy Kai Sotto, the 7-foot wonder of the Philippines and the pride of the Philippines. Now, let me tell you guys, let's go right back in the beginning where my guy Kai was playing in Ateneo. He was doing amazing in Ateneo. I mean, it's not normal to get a kid that's 7'3" from a country like the Philippines. I mean, our average height for people that don't play basketball for men is around like 5'4" or 5'5". But for basketball players, our average height is like around like 5'7", 5'8", like for like traditional basketball players here in the Philippines. I mean, this guy was legit. In high school, he was literally a standout because he was the only kid that's on the radar in the country that's actually 7 feet tall or more. I mean, this guy was grade 10 and he was 6'10", and hearing that in the Philippines is unheard of, dude. So he was in Ateneo for a little bit. I mean, Ateneo is literally the Duke of the Philippines, if you guys can imagine. I mean, if you play in Ateneo, it is the school to play for basketball. I mean, there's so much PBA legends, PBA stars, and literally professional players, national team players, mostly come from Ateneo. So this guy ended up playing for our national team called Gilas Filipinas. Now this highlights that I'm showing you are his days when he was a cadet. And we have this cadet program. It's basically our juniors program. Like high school players get to compete against other high school players like in around Asia or around the world. Every country in the world has their own junior team. Like our way of saying junior is cadets. And we have obviously the senior team, which are mostly composed of professional basketball players and technically PBA players. Now, this coming year, there'll be the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Kai is right now questionable if he's actually coming. Because if you guys don't know, he will be part of the NBA G League Ignite team, which will be participating in the NBA G League bubble this coming February in Disney World. The exact same place where the NBA had their own bubble, but this time the NBA G League will have their own bubble with 17 ongoing teams and the Ignite team to compete for the championship. And congratulations for the Capitones, the first ever Mexican G League team to ever have a team that's close to the NBA. So congratulations to you guys. So Kai, let me just say he had a good run here in the Philippines. I mean, we all destined and knew that not only that he's this tall, he's destined for greatness. I mean, this kid was taller than everybody, and he was pretty fast for a big guy here in the Philippines. And he was just solid, and he's such a cool guy. Never met him, but I know a couple people that are close to Kai. But I know that this guy's really cool. I've never seen him in public before, but I've literally heard some of my friends like tell me stories that they met him in a mall or something, but dang, he is tall. But man, for a kid like this, he is literally destined for greatness. So, Kai decided that he should seek professional basketball outside the Philippines because he wants to be the first ever full grown or homegrown Filipino talent to get into the NBA. But unfortunately, he got posterized by the Unicorn twice before he entered the US and played for TCF Factory. Now, TCF was a solid program going into. I mean, they had a couple national team players here and there, but it was a perfect fit for Kai. Not only Kai was working on his footwork, his fundamentals, his shooting, his speed, his handles. He was working on everything. And coaches couldn't stop but admire his game. It's not only he has the defensive and offensive frame, but he was such a smart guy to be around. Not only he takes for smart shots, and he can shoot, he can pass the ball, he can distribute it to his teammates. He was athletically gifted. He was everything a modern center in the NBA would love to have. Now, he came in to the US with one thing in mind to get into the NBA. Now, there was two roads that he could have taken instead of the NBA, which are the G League path and the professional path of the college path, or sorry, it is technically three, but it's technically two. So you have the college path, and you have the European, and then somehow, some way, the G League decided to have their own program. Now, Kai was going out with a can of fire, literally. Like, you'd think that this guy coming from the 2000 islands here in the Philippines to be like a 2-star prospect, 3-star prospect. No, he's a 4-star prospect. I mean, this guy is just really good. I mean, if you're a 4-star prospect, then you'll be highly recruited by some of the best college programs here in the US. I mean, there's a lot of people recruiting him. You got Georgia Tech, who is known to have solid NBA players, and just other programs, which I can't really find much, but I know that he was offered like around like 8 or 9 more Division 1 programs. But something unfortunate happened. And that unfortunate thing was the G League opening kind of like a summer league spot for high school players or the top prospects coming out of high school. So he followed the tale of our other Filipino kabayan or friend in Filipino, Jalen Green. If you guys don't know, Jalen Green is actually half Filipino. Yeah, crazy, right? So he helped Jalen, and Jalen helped him find more exposure around the US, and it started helping. And they dreamt that one day that they could possibly play in the same team together, and it ended up happening. So the team of the Ignite team have Jonathan Kaminga, Daishin Nix. They have Principal Singh or Sai, I'm sorry if I botched it, the 7-foot beast from India, and a lot more NBA vets or just free agents in general. We'll play in a league where the G League is more of a whole right now. Because right now, like the South Bay Lakers and a couple of other teams did not participate in the bubble. Like it's voluntary. So if you want to participate in the bubble, then you can say, I want to participate. So you could just do that instead. But only 17 teams said, okay, let's participate. Let's continue the G League season. I mean, you guys are like wondering, why are they continuing the G League in a bubble? What's so great about the G League? But if you guys don't know that this is the most exciting season that the G League has seen in a long, long time. When I mean long, long time, I mean a long, long time. I mean like early 2000s and 1990s. That long. I mean, not only you have the Ignite team, you have so much bright young stars from the NBA literally looking at what they can do to improve, not only as a player, but really just finding their role in their team. Like, you can see players like Nico Mannion participating. You have Jeremy Lin, Amir Johnson, former NBA Spark, Alonzo Trier with the Iowa Wolves. You'd see a lot of like NBA vets and free agents participate. Probably my guy, Lance Stevenson, is also going to participate. Isaiah Thomas could possibly participate, but right now, as of this video, a lot of teams are calling Isaiah Thomas, so I want him to go straight to the NBA. I don't really think that he should prove himself again in the G League, but the G League's literally the perfect place to blossom into becoming an NBA star. I mean, if you guys think, oh, the G League, it kind of sucks, man. I mean, yes, you're not in the NBA, but it kind of sucks. But then again, there are solid proof that it worked. My guy Pascal Siakam, Chris Middleton, Clint Capella, those guys were in the G League. Jeremy Lin, G League. Caruso, G League. Horton Tucker, G League. The only person I don't prove or approve of the G League program is Anthony Bennett. Okay. Outside of that, then let's just erase that. But the rest is history. So I'm hoping that Kai gets to find himself and gets better. I mean, honestly, as a Filipino myself, I want him to succeed, like we all do. So he can open a door for us Filipinos to become world-class athletes. And congratulations, Kai, for your newly awaited Kaiju Academy. I'm hoping to visit there sometime as soon as this quarantine is over. And the only problem that Kai has right now is his speed and definitely his strength. As long as he improves those two factors, I think he'd be a pretty darn good player in the NBA. I mean, a guy that can shoot off the dribble, make amazing passes and shoot threes and have freakish frame and athleticism. I mean, guys, Kai idolizes Steph Curry, but he don't play like Steph Curry. He plays like a modern big. Now, the modern problem right now for my guy Kai is that he's not having a lot of playing time in the G League. I mean, you can see these scrimmages here with Kaminga, Daishin Nix, and everybody else. He's doing amazing, but Coach Brian Shaw is not giving him enough minutes, in my opinion. Yes, his mates are literally first round picks, but guys, give a chance on Kai, man. Kai is the brightest future out of all in the team. Yes, Jalen Green and everybody knows that everybody else in the team is a McDonald's All American guaranteed. But if you guys see it again, like the high school publicity stunts and everything, there's a certain amount of high school players like literally evolve into actual solid NBA players. I mean, you had Austin Rivers. He was a beast in high school, but he's literally a nobody in the NBA. But as long as Kai's improved his strength and his speed, and Coach Brian Shaw is giving him more minutes, I think Kai is going to have an amazing future in the NBA. And I can't wait to see him this February in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers if he can. So Kai, please, I want to watch you. All right? See you guys next week. Bye-bye.